What's up, guys? Another day, another dollar. Tonight it's about 2 a.m. I got my creatine and a chicken breast because, I know we all like to have fun, talk about bitches and whatever things are going on in your guys' lives, but gains or that work always comes first. Something you need to do, school, dreams, aspirations and shit. Do that first before you start, fucking around. I don't know if you guys remember the first email I read last night about dude's ex-girlfriend did OnlyFans, and he found out their video where he was doing CNC with her as her dead dad. They were doing a CNC roleplay thing, and he was playing as her dead dad. I was like, this is fake as shit. He DMs me. He's like, it's not fake. I have proof of everything, text messages, this, that, the other, and I can promise this is real. So I guess it was real. I mean, he had this whole thing. He was adamant about it. Also, I felt like it was important to talk about today. Lil Tay started an OnlyFans. And, normally I wouldn't talk about these things, but, it stuck out to me. She made $1 million in the first 3 hours. You don't know who Lil Tay is. I don't know how old you guys are. There was this little Asian girl who was famous literally as a child for flexing on people. And I want to say it was 2019, maybe earlier, 2016. She was literally a kid. I think I was definitely in either early high school or maybe late middle school. I was definitely in early high school. Regardless, she would have wads of cash and she'd be like, I'm flexing on all my haters. It was around the same time as Supreme Patty, if you know who that is. The dude who squeezed lemons in his eyes. Anyway, a bunch of stuff happened. I don't really know. She kind of, quit the internet and she grew up. Right? And she started coming back recently. Lo and behold, she turned 18. I don't know if it was the day she turned 18 or, maybe recently after she turned 18. She started an OnlyFans, and this was within the past couple days. Obviously, how could anyone agree with, a freshly 18-year-old starting an OnlyFans? But I'm going to be honest, I don't judge. I don't judge people. They do what they do. You know what I'm saying? She broke the record, basically. She got $1 million within the first 3 hours. Right, a lot of people are getting mad about how much money she's making, or, oh, girls starting OnlyFans, blah, 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 blah. Bunch of arguments. Some people think oh, girls have it so easy, they can just start OnlyFans. First off, debunk that. That's you have to be famous already. You have to be famous for something, whether it be, you could be a girl juggling, or guy, you could be juggling famous, and then you start the OnlyFans. That's how you make money. 99.9% of people, they start an OnlyFans, get one subscriber for 3 months, post everything, it gets leaked, make $200, and that's the end of it. Very sad for most people. The only way to make money on OnlyFans is to already have a platform for something. Now, I feel like the weird part of this whole thing is the fact that that many guys bought it. You know what I'm saying? I get people have porn addictions and shit, but dude, this girl literally just turned 18, and she's famous for when she was a kid, okay? And then she disappeared, came back, started OnlyFans. What does that say about how many people bought it? You know what I'm saying? That's truly some diabolical shit. She just turned 18. It's these dudes are counting down on the mark, waiting for the clock to run up for girls to turn 18, and then they buy that shit. It's kind of wild. I honestly believe, because I was looking at the comments, because people were talking about it, and some people are mad at her for starting the OnlyFans, but at the end of the day, if she could start the OnlyFans regardless, but if no one bought it, she'd make no money, right? And then eventually, it would stop. But enough people bought it that it was $1 million worth of people. And the fact that she's freshly 18 and she still looks like a minor, bro, if I'm gonna be honest. She's Asian, it's that's how it is with Asians. You look young. I just think that's fucked up. It says something about a lot of dudes, and it's bro, we got demons walking among us. They're dude, these dudes are literally fresh 18-year-old. Crazy. They got clocks for every celebrity for when they turn 18. They're sitting there, fingers crossed, I hope she starts an OnlyFans. Who's out there like that? And here's the thing, they're walking among, they wouldn't tell you. It could be your boy. You wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be your homie. It's shit's crazy, bro. Shit's sad. I think that aspect is worse than the fact, obviously it's bad that she started it at all, but I think the fact that many dudes bought it is like crazy. Anyway, you know, do I think it's fucked up? Yeah. I think the whole situation is fucked up, but at this point, what can any of us really do? You know, you can sit there and feel bad about how crazy things are, but it's easier to just like, I mean, you can't do shit, so don't let it bog you down, you know, just do your best. Be the best you can individually. Anyway, we got emails today, a bunch more since last night, and if you want to send an email, emails on my Instagram bio. Also, I got the Civil Regime hoodie. Check out the back, code Horsemeet. All right, let's get to it. Paralyzed below the shoulders and thinking about relationships. Hey, Horsemeet. A few years ago, I was in an accident and completely paralyzed below my shoulders. Injuries like this aren't treatable and don't improve. I'm about to start my senior years of high school. I use a computer with a voice to text and a quad stick, which is basically a joystick with 4 straws on the end that can move around and sip or puff to input controls. I'm generally smart. I finished 10 AP classes so far, getting 4s and 5s, and will go to college. My worry is that I won't be attractive / able to date. And even if I were in a relationship, I wouldn't be able to do a majority of the things I would want to do with her and she would want me to do with and to her. I know you've talked about extremely fat dudes just being charismatic and still getting girls, but I feel like I have the cards stacked much more against me. I'm generally good genetics and I'm 6'4", but I can't even show it off because I can't stand. Do you have any ideas for a strategy on me trying to date over the next couple of years, or am I kind of cooked in dating in high school and college? P.S. Even though I won't be able to work out again until some crazy medical innovation is made, your videos are awesome. You are the main fitness / advice YouTube channel I watch. Thank you, man. Dude, this is honestly like, this is kind of like a different tone than I feel like the other like absurd emails. So it's the next day right now, and you know, I had a response to this last night, but you know, I thought about it more, and first I realized, I'm like, well, I knew this off the bat, but I can't even pretend to understand. I can't even begin to pretend to understand what you're going through. And I am not qualified to answer this type of question. You know what I mean? Because like, I read that and it's just like, if I were to say something like, oh, just do this, just do that, who am I to say that to you? You know what I'm saying? And so I at first I was like, should I not even answer the question? You know what I mean? But then I was like, oh, but you watch my videos, you know, and you have good taste, good ass taste. I can't leave my boy hanging. So this video is coming out a little late because I just wanted to answer this with as little ignorance as possible, because I don't understand this situation. Like and to even say it for a second that it's like I could, like I don't. So I decided to watch 2 hours worth of podcasts and do a bunch of research from people in similar situations to you, to give at least something, you know what I'm saying, of what I think. But I'll never be able to truly like tell you, you know. For one, I know you're smart, you know what I'm saying, you have a good attitude. I mean, the fact that you were in 10 APs getting 4s and 5s, like, you're super smart. You try, you know what I'm saying, which is like more than could be said about most people. From the podcast I watched today, it's from the people that were being interviewed, they were saying, but some of them were in relationships, some were quadriplegic, some were paraplegic, and some had cerebral palsy. All they said was the best thing you can do is communicate and just try. Just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And for some of them, eventually it landed and they found that other half, you know. That's all because I can't even begin to understand what you're going through, you know what I'm saying? It's hard because a lot of people don't understand with disabled people, from what I was watching for the last couple hours. Solely to answer this question, is you have the insecurities of a normal relationship. Like, a normal relationship is hard already. You know what I'm saying? Like, people struggle with relationships already. And then on top of that, disabled people, which a lot of us I think don't even realize, like, they also struggle with the insecurities and the physical problems of being disabled on top of the normal relationship problems. And all me relaying from what I learned, just because I didn't want to leave you hanging. I don't know much, but they were saying that all you have to do is just put yourself out there and do your best. You put yourself out there, stay positive, you know what I'm saying, and communicate. You know, communicate how you feel, be honest about the situation with the partner, and then hopefully you'll find someone that understands and loves you for who you are, you know what I'm saying, and doesn't care about that, and who truly sees you for you in your heart and loves you all the same. And if it makes you feel any better, a lot of the people that were interviewed online, there was quadriplegics, paraplegics, and cerebral palsy people. A lot of them actually did find partners. So don't sit here and say it's impossible, because you asked the question, am I cooked? Answer, no. You have a struggle that not many of us will understand, you know, and you stay positive and you're doing well with school and everything, and you fucking are killing it. So I think if anyone can conquer it, it's you. Next, you know, my friend's girl might be ran through. Hey, Horsemeet, I don't know what to do. Basically, my homie started dating this girl about 1.5 years ago, and right before they got together, I got some information that she might be ran through by one of her college roommates. I know for a fact her whole dorm room got dicked down by a 6'7" light skin, including her, and she was a huge party girl. Keep in mind they've been doing long distance with a 3-hour drive between them, and my friend doesn't know any of this information. She is from California and has told us that she used to go to frat parties at 17, which makes me think she's been ran through. She also has a lot of dude friends that she hangs out with. I told my friend when he started dating her that he should at least ask about her history, but he said I'd rather not know because it'll probably just hurt me. And this is the first girl that he's ever kissed and slept with. I also noticed that she seems a little flirtatious even with me at times, even though I'm not entertaining it. Do I just tell him my concerns or let the canon event unfold? P.S. I never really listened to EDM music until I started watching your videos and started listening to your music as well as Nimda. Well, fuck yeah, dude. Nimda's like the best of the best at Tear Out, so I hope to go to my first rave soon. Hell yeah, man. Thank you, by the way. Dude, you gotta let your boy go through it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's going on for sure. You can't sit there and be like, oh, I know for a fact she's been fucked by 50 guys. You know what I'm saying? There may have been one, you know, Jack 6'7", light skin with like ripped abs and shit that fucked the shit out of her and all of her friends. But you know what I'm saying? That's not your business though. You know, and also your boy said it. He said he doesn't want to know. And if he doesn't want to know, he doesn't want to know. You know? You just gotta let that shit ride, bro. You gotta let that shit ride. Oh yeah, this one's called I Had Sex with a Married Woman. Horsemeet, last week, my friend and I went to a bar and had cocktails with 2 women we both knew and her friend. The vibe was cool and we were talking and having fun for a few hours. Her friend told me that she had a husband and 3 kids and that they'd been together for more than 10 years. Later on, we went to a girl we knew crib and had wine. Her friend and I went to the balcony to relax. That's where she started touching me intensely and wanted to kiss me. I told her to calm down and reminded her that she earlier told me she was married, and when she then replied that we're currently going through a separation. Then she started stroking my meat on the balcony, and that led us to having sex in the bathroom while my friend was getting sucked off in the bathroom. What are your thoughts on the situation? Do you really believe she's going through a separation? Bro, I don't know, man. Whether she's going through a separation or not, dude, she's fucking 2 random. She has 3 kids and they've been, bro, she's, I mean, if it wasn't you, it was gonna be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Have my cousin castrated. A foreign email. So my boy, let's call him Chris for the sake of confidentiality, but he and I are cousins from the country called Zambia. It's a small country in Africa. And let me just make sure that Zambia. It's a small country in Africa. The culture here is very conservative, and anything remotely considered gay is heavily looked down upon. My boy Chris has always been on the fence about his sexuality and has never outright approached a girl or attempted to date one. I've always tried to talk to him about females and stuff, but he usually shuts our conversations down. A few weeks ago, I had decided to go out to a party by a notoriously known closeted gay guy in the country. And I decided to go because a girl I was trying to get with was going. So I assembled a few friends to go with so it wasn't too weird. I invited Chris, and he refused to come along, saying he had plans but wouldn't elaborate. Fast forward to the party, you know I'm drinking, I'm taking my Zins. I'm with my main man, Friendstone, a common name here. Decide to head to the bathroom for a tactical vomit. I get that. However, when I get to the bathroom, I find two guys, not just two guys, two big black guys making out right in the middle of the bathroom. I hate to say it, but it made me so sick, I ended up puking right on the floor in front of them. I didn't recognize one of the guys, but I recognized my cousin Chris. I guess this party was also a front for closeted gay men to meet people. I leave first without saying a word, tell my friends and the girl I was trying to get with that I have to leave for a family emergency. I remember driving home thinking, how could I have not known he was gay? I haven't spoken to or seen Chris since this happened, and I don't know how to address it. I'm thinking about telling his father, but I have a fear he will be castrated if I do. I love Chris, but I just don't know how to go from here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, he may be gay as shit. And also, is like, what do you mean castrated? Do you mean like metaphorically, or do you mean like literally in this country they just castrate gay guys? Because castration means they cut your balls off. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I wouldn't wish that shit on anybody. I don't think I personally would be able to sleep at night if I caused someone to get their balls cut off. Now, granted, I'm not from Zambia. That shit's not normal to me. But you know what I'm saying? That's life. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit you carry with you forever. I think, low-key, I would not say shit. Like, I wouldn't say shit. Yeah, I wouldn't say shit personally. But, like, I'm also not from a country like that. So it's like, I mean, also, like, how could you not know, though? I mean, you said he's always been on the fence about his sexuality. Also, what about the guy who's a notoriously closeted gay guy? What about him? Does he get castrated too? Or is it just like selective? All right, it's late. So this is the last one. Parents think I'm gay because I'm a virgin at 19. Hey, Horsemeet, I think my parents suspect I'm gay because I'm still a virgin at 19. They're always putting pressure on me, asking if I've ever had any girlfriends since I went to elementary school. And growing up, it felt embarrassing to have a girlfriend just because of that. The reason they suspect that I'm gay is because dad has been saying things like, you know, when you find a girlfriend or boyfriend, etc., etc. And he's been throwing in this gay innuendos, trying to reference he would accept if I was gay. I know it's probably just him trying to be inclusive, but I can't lie, it's sounding like something else. Now that I'm almost 20, I'm starting to reach the upper limit where it's normal to still be a virgin. I just want to get it over with so I don't have the title of virgin anymore. But I also want a girlfriend, and I'm tired of having the mindset the right one will need no effort. Who, dude, no, oh, right there, bro, the right one will, no, wrong. It takes a lot of effort. Not effort to get them. I think people think that it's just gonna be like easy, smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? After you get through the butterfly phase, like, you know, relationships take work. And you wanna ask anyone about that shit, ask someone who's been married for like 20 years. They'll tell you, bro, that shit takes work. Like, if you're just letting it slide, bro, your relationship will fail. You have to continuously put in the effort and be there for each other. And, like, you're not gonna, like, feel like you did the first day all the time. You gotta, you know, get those, you know, it takes work, bro. Like, shit takes work. That no effort thing is not, no, that's not true at all. I put no effort into my dating life for almost 10 years and now nothing. Okay, yeah, see, there you go. It's because you're not putting in effort. It takes work. Not in elementary, not in high school either. I plan on going to college next year, and I don't want to be a virgin. Dude, don't worry about having sex, dude. If you just put in work, you would probably meet a girl that you liked, and the sex would just come naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just... And when I say put in work, I don't mean be like a creepy rapist and shit, like a creepy at the bar, like, hey, how you doing? How drunk are you on a scale from 1 to 10? That's horrible. Like, that's what guys like that, they're rapey as fuck. Nobody fucks with that. What you gotta do is just, like, you know, let's say you have an interest at college, right? And there's a lot of clubs and shit. Let's say you like bowling, right? Go join the bowling club, right? There's a couple people there, maybe one of them's a girl, and you like mutual interests, you know what I'm saying? You start bowling with her, maybe you guys vibe, you get coffee, you get food, start hanging out, you know, y'all fuck with each other's vibe, and you know, things go from there. Like, you don't gotta be like, oh, I gotta find a bitch to fuck. Oh, you know, like, don't do that. Don't do that. You just be normal, take a deep breath, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, less is more. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that term, less is more. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever hear the term? It's like when you chase something, you never get it, but when you like stop chasing it, it comes to you. That shit's real. Remember that. Yeah. So there it is. It's late as fuck. I got an early day tomorrow. Gotta take the dog to get shots. His second shots. He's a puppy. Anyway, tomorrow we'll have more emails. If you want to email me, email is in my Instagram bio. Code Horsemeet on Civil Regime. Iron Crew for the chains and earrings. I'm always gonna do these videos every night, but if you guys want to see other types of videos too, just to throw in the mix, leave suggestions in the comments. And if one has a ton of likes, then I'll fucking do it. Hell yeah. All right, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.